Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shelter Woe. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want the most up-to-date version earlier, or want to support the people that make this game, then you can go through Patreon, where it's $5 a month. At least for me. Though that could also be a yearly thing. Anyways, on the last Let's Play, we were still Acri, where we brought the human into one of the cubicles and seduced him, but it didn't really work so much because he was sad because one of the doggies died. And yeah, then we consoled him quite a bit and told him about our plan to do something. Don't know what it is. Gonna find out. So, readjust my face and continue. The night is quiet and calm, a stark contrast to the loud and lively shelter. At least it made it easier to sneak around, out unnoticed. The meeting is already set up. Both my informant and the sources from the south have already confirmed that. Did I already do this? They brought the tools to help Max. Okay, skip isn't highlighted. They have the people with proper knowledge. Now, I have to make sure both them and us get exactly what we promised each other. Not less, and definitely not more. I feel sick to my stomach at the thought of coming face to face with them again. But it is what it is. As bad as this option is, it is still the best we can do. I have everything in place. I'll make it work for sure. I know them. I can control them. This time, I'm the one pulling the strings, so I think it's the idea that it's the cats we're working with. Acri? Me? I instantly turn on my heel, dagger at the ready. Who is that? I didn't notice I was being followed. That voice, the human? No way. Max? I squint my eyes to make out the form of the dog in the shadows. It really is Max, my brother. Your voice, you can speak words again? Or you can speak words again. It's kind of hard to do inflections sometimes. I try a little bit. I sheath my dagger back and run towards him, exhilarated. When did that happen? Sure, I haven't really seen him much over the past 3 or 4 days. I've been busy planning and preparing for our new guests, but to miss something like that... This is wonderful. I knew you would regain your voice in a proper home. We have to celebrate. I know you like singing now, right? I'd love to hear you do that for me later. But not tonight. I'm going to be away for a few days. It's very important. You should go back to shelter and rest. Don't overexert yourself. Once I'm back, everything is going to be okay. I promise. I give him a gentle hug, lick the side of his muzzle, and turn around to leave. But the moment my fingers slip from his shoulder, he gets a hold of my wrist. Acri, stop. What? Stop. Stay. He keeps holding my wrist while staring at me with those sad eyes. Looks like he's trying to formulate more complete sentences, but the words can't leave his lips. What's this all about? Does he know what I'm about to do? Who told you? The human? Or did you find out on your own? Were you spying on me? Doesn't matter. I know it may seem like a bad idea. I get it. But that's the best I can do for you, Max. I have everything under control. Trust me. He lets out a pained grunt, trailing his sight to the side. Then he looks back at me again and shakes his head. The sadness and worry in his eyes only deepen. I know. I'm not underestimating them. I've been planning for this eventuality for a very long time. The human is on my side. I have the knowledge and the control over shelter, They've planned to use all of that to our advantage to keep us safe, or end. I have powerful allies in this country. Some of them I've never even told you about. I know that what those bastards are capable of no less than. Wait, I know what those bastards are capable of no less than you do. I don't want to be their friend. I want to keep them on a leash, use them for as long as we need them, and then dispose of them. Don't worry, Max. I have it all well thought up. I smile and pat him on the shoulder with my free hand. Then I try to walk away, but he still doesn't let go. Ackery, stay. Follow me. Oh, Luke. What? For the human? What are you talking about? You know I'm just using him too, right? It's all an act. It's not real. This time, he doesn't lower his gaze. He just keeps staring at me. You know me better than anyone. You've seen me acting before. I can read. Both you and I conceive canine empathy with fake feelings. Have I gotten so good that I'm starting to trick even you? For fuck's sakes, Max. I'm not infatuated with him. I can't be. I'm incapable of that. Ever since we're pups, they dissected the very concept of love for us and taught us the true nature. Remember? To normal dogs, it's a virtue. To us, it's a weakness to exploit. That's exactly what it's always going to be to me. But not to you, of course. You're going to heal and find a nice dog to be with. You fall in love and have a long, happy life. And to be able to fix everything, I myself have to remain broken. You have to understand. Let go of me, Max. This isn't just about you and me anymore. If I do everything right, I can save so much more. All of those innocent lives. It can fix the whole world. Let go of me. Or, for your own good, I will make you. Good. Good boy, Max. Your hand is so cold. Go back to shelter and have something warm to drink. Hot milk and honey. How about that? I'll be back within 4 days. If you want to help, ask the human for access to B4K20 from the outside. We could use your help securing the guests. It's that secluded, caved-in section that's at the foot of the mountain where the Eternal Warrior Knot's den used to be. We cleared the entrance up. You're going to see some familiar faces soon. I pat his head, and without even looking at him, continue on my way. He doesn't follow me. I keep my stealthy, meditative mind state, walking across the snowy field without even daring to look back. I don't want to see him. I don't want him to peer into my mind with his empathy either. That state of emptiness used to be so tricky for me to activate and maintain. After all, it's unnatural for a living, thinking being to not exude thoughts or feelings. Right now, though, during my lonely walk in the dark night, it feels uncannily effortless. I don't know how much time passes with me walking mindlessly like that. Feels like ages. Feels like no time at all. It's only when the orange ring of an encompassing dawn starts peeking out of the horizon that I become aware of the growing ache in my legs. The torches of Marsburg look like tiny stars spilling out onto the land. I sit down on a nearby boulder to rest and catch my breath. Even in the cold, my face feels hot. My breath leaves thicker and thicker clouds of white stream passing for every passing moment. Thoughts and feelings, repressed by past hours, finally start flooding in. My vision blurs. My limbs tremble. A pathetic squeal escapes my throat. And I finally allow myself to cry. They follow closely behind me. 5 hooded figures of different heights, all of them walking so light on their feet. I feel so wrong to walk with my back turned to these people. I don't show any tension on my face, but I restlessly monitor the locations and states of mind with my empathy. Right now, they are calm, a little tired, but positively excited. It's a weird type of excitement. They're trying to hide it, but there are clear hints of unrest. Nothing unexpected there. After all, they're being led to a completely new place to be surrounded by people still unaffiliated with their pride. Yep, I was right. They're going to be at our mercy in shelter. Shame Max didn't come. I miss the little mutt. Miss talking to him. Good listener. Fuck, I hate cats. Their voices, their mentality, their unbelievable stink. Yes, the smell brings back the worst memories. No matter how much you bathe a feline, you can never fully get rid of the smell. Yet, as bad as their bodies reek, it doesn't even begin to compare to the torture of smelling cat urine. I don't look forward to that, especially after spending so much time among my fellow dogs. Canine marks are pleasant, inviting, kind of like a friendly call to anyone who chooses to sniff. It's respectful. In comparison, feline piss is purposely offensive, disgusting, aggressive, and repulsive. There's no respect or unity in that. It's more like a deterrent. It's a rare sight indeed to see you without your brother's protection. Grew some spine, didn't you? Away from home for 152 days already. Good for you, Akari. I hope the sanitary measures we took, together with the human, will be enough to keep the scent from spreading. We obviously can't let him do that inside shelter itself, so we found a space that should hopefully contain their wicked waste. Somewhere secluded enough to not garner unnecessary attention, but not too far to risk losing control of them. I've selected a few of my truest men to guard them at every step whenever they leave shelter. I know they can be counted on. As for right now, as much as I'm wary of having my back turned to them, at the very least, I'm glad I don't have to smell them in this headwind breeze. Cut the banner. Can't you see we're boring the dog? We aren't his pride anymore. He has a new pack, new allies. Like that cool and mysterious black wolf, whoever he is. An ally that even the Opal Pride knows nothing about. Now that's something. That is something. I guess we're just not cool enough for Akari anymore. It's going to be worth it. It's a good decision, a mutually beneficial partnership. They'll get some relics and powerful knowledge. Moreover, they will be the first outside organization to set foot in Shelter's Gate, something we haven't granted anyone else yet. That's a lot. We shall gain much more in return. They are bringing all the tools and knowledge we need to save Max, just in the nick of time. And that's not all. Yet, when times get tough, they don't go for other doggies for help. They come crawling back to us, their true family. Was just a matter of time, really. Shelter is filled with all those mind-boggling ancient relics, but we managed to awaken only a fraction of them, and understand even fewer. Comprehension will come with time and research, but we need more than that for our growth and sustenance in the first place. Relics run on mana. Shelter itself is the biggest relic of them all, and it needs the life force of its own denizens to function. Right now, it has the canines and one single human to train from. And I'm dying to see what functions it will be able to awaken once you introduce a group of living felines, into the mix. Is that how it would work? Ah, to have freedom to just run away and do whatever. Still, you can't run away from your roots, Zachary. You and Max will forever be part of the Pride, whether you or any of us want it or not. With that being said, I was looking forward to seeing you again. Truly. Be quiet. We're almost there. Shelter is a wonderful, impenetrable fortress, not only because of its thick steel walls and the manpower of many dozen dog warriors inside, but most importantly, because of its sickness, their mysterious affliction that makes every newcomer lose consciousness. The stronger magic the warrior wields, the longer the period of sickness. It is my weapon and my greatest failsafe for this option. No matter who they are, nobody can step in a shelter's floor and survive without the acceptance and direct support from someone inside. Shelter sickness isn't exactly a secret, with all the dogs going in and out on a regular basis, but I still shared all of its details with the cats, making clear they understand their situation. The tiger has all the tools necessary for Max's surgery in his giant backpack. I personally confirmed that, if I wanted to play dirty, I was in the perfect position to do so. I could technically let them inside shelter, and then kill them when they fall unconscious. Burry Tangleroot said he doesn't have the necessary knowledge, but at least he'd have the tools to try and figure the procedure out. The cats are aware of the risk of me doing something like that, and yet they chose to follow me regardless. They know I'm better off with them as my allies rather than my enemies. Gonna quickly look at this thing right here. Okay. This is the threshold. Once you step inside, there will be no stopping the sickness, even if you run back outside. They follow me without hesitation through the dark, secluded entrance by the cave-in at the foot of the neighboring mountain. This used to be the den of shagbark and the eternal winter knots. Even after all those months, their scent still lingers. It's particularly noticeable now, contrasted with the scent of felines. So, did we take care of them, or did they move to Mersbrook? I mean, it seemed like they moved to Mersbrook. It feels somehow wrong to me, walking down those rooms that belonged to my canine brethren, whom I banished from shelter, only to give their former den to the felines. I didn't like those dogs. They were a nuisance, better served as a sacrifice than converted into allies. The felines, on the other hand, are useful to me. That's all that matters in the end. And yet, it still doesn't feel right. You should start feeling it any moment now. When your legs start giving in, don't fight it. Sit down and wait until you fall asleep. We're going to lock each of you in separate rooms. We'll put mittens on your hands so you don't accidentally rake us with your claws in your days when we come to give you water. Once you fall asleep, there's nothing we can do to make the sickness pass any quicker or be milder. We just have to wait. Yes, and once they wake up, everything would be better. we'll finally be able to save Max. And who knows? Maybe it'll bring chances beyond even our best expectations. Changes in them, the cats. After all, shelter works in mysterious ways. The human believes it changes people for the better. It changed Runemoon, and has deeply touched both me and Max. Just gonna quickly check behind me. Okay, I wanted to make sure that sound barrier is up. It's not great, but still, it's something. Don't like making decisions based on hope. Hope is like a weak link chain, an invitation to one's downfall. Sometimes I fall, or fail, but I always try to work based on reason and logic. It is the same this time. I didn't make these decisions because of vague pipe dreams. I'm siding with the greatest enemies because this is the best outcome for all of us. Yet, walking down these corridors, right now, and hearing their steps slowly going off rhythm, I can't help but let my imagination wander into the future and touch upon a specific hopeful thought. I hate those people. I despise everything about them. I had run away from them and hoped never to see them again. And yet, here they are now. But if shelter can miraculously change people, what if they may wake up changed for the better too? What if, by the same miracle, we grow to see eye to eye and become a part of my family too, As absurd as it is, in a weird way, I miss them. Wait a second. I stop, then I pick up Max and the human with my empathy in one of the cell rooms. They're so easily distinguishable to me. However, there are more presences in the general area. We didn't plan on that. There are more of them than the number of dogs I confided about the plan. I duck, nearly avoiding the panther's claws. A few of the others were already on the move too, trying to surround me. They have no weapons on them, but they aren't declawed. They are deadly, just for the fact of being cats. What the hell are you? I hear a quiet crack and smell the waft of green mana. That's the Siamese's speciality. He's trying to conjure a weapon with it. A dull stab of his hands on the middle follows, but I'm not worried about that. He must have not gotten the memo that shelter siphons natural ethereal mana with extreme efficiency. I duck under the links and tiger lunging at me. One of them manages to get a hold of my ankle, so I throw my dagger right at his fingers, giving me a chance to slip away and run. I only have to run long enough for them to fall unconscious from the sickness. Those scheming traitorous bastards. So wait, why are they doing it now? But they just need to know where shelter was or something? But, you know, they're gonna have shelter sickness. You can hear the cheetah chase me, getting closer and closer. I leap out one of the control panels, twist, and press the switch for the emergency shutdown. And make my pursuer slam against the suddenly emerged steel gate. I scramble back on my feet and start pressing more buttons, ensuing a shutdown of all the other gates in the section, blocking their way of escape. Now, there's no way they can hurt anyone. We're going to go in there in an hour or two, and probably have to dispose of them. I was prepared for such an eventuality, for this failure. It was the worst case scenario, but we couldn't afford not to be ready for that. However, what I wasn't prepared for was... Hi, Akri. Thick, long digits wrap around my neck as I'm being lifted off the ground. Another giant hand painfully crushes my forearm as I attempt to reach for my dagger. I see Max and the human on the floor at the far end of the corridor. They're surrounded by aggressive-looking dogs. Was this the, other dog guys? And here, right in front of my face, a wide, toothy grin. Good night. Well, that's a good amount of time. Since it's, 25 minutes. Well, dog darn it. Okay, safe for work. What is up with all these notifications on my phone? A flashback still continues. Oh, my dog. I really hope to finish it within the next update. Okay, not pornographic. Meat tree. If you follow my Twitter, you know I was bedridden with a fever for like 2 weeks. I'm still recovering after medical procedure and complication cramp. It followed my productivity down a bit. Slowed. I've delayed this update until I got the whole flashback. But in the end, it would be an extremely sad note. Oh no! Oh, next update. We'll manage the happy parts back in the present. Let's say, don't think I'm level 3, I'm level 2. With cats. Technically, I know we technically had some cats in the dialogues before, but this is the first time we will see them with a bit more involved roles. Wonder how many cat jokes I'll be able to fit in the next update. Special thanks to Patreon! Okay, good thing there's no, pornographic fan art like last time. Oh, there's me, GamerWolfSix. Yay. It's just, it was like, what is he doing? Is he drinking a milkshake? That's not a milkshake. Starts to shelter. Parts to come. Demons with him. Oh, I should have named this as the title chapter from whatever was before. Merch. Oh yeah. No, not Acre's death. Finish Cooper's rescue mission during the night with the rodent man is still available to you. Didn't we do that? Actually investigate Rune's gym during the evening and then keep playing all the way to the end of his route. We did do that. And Runju, kill the first monster in the baths with your own hands to unlock bottom wound. Also, there's a mysterious figure in Max's afternoon. Shoot the Bacchus. Oh. That would be when we're outside and stuff. It's weird that we don't have enough man to help him with the singy song. Ooh woo. Also, I think this pause isn't filled up because I'm on, like, this is, like, level 1, that's level 2, and then I guess 3, 4, 5? I'm not sure. But yeah, it will be like that. So, end of this Let's Play of 3-4. So if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io. This version is actually available right now. That's why you can see it, because they want me to only show it when it's became public. So, yeah, and if you want to help them, sorry, brain thinking. If you want to help them make this game, give them monies at their Patreon. Or if you want to get the most up-to-date version earlier, give them money on their Patreon. It's like $5 a month, give or take. And, yeah, spay neuter your animals, like, subscribe, check out other videos, and all that. And until next time, on Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shoto Wo. I need to actually practice howling, but I can't do it at home, you know? Maybe in the car. So thanks and see ya.